Alright, hey friends, welcome back to another video. You can see we're sitting at about 58 now, which is good. Playing 4 eggs, 2 zoom, fix the settings up, just the display a little bit. So hopefully not cutting off anything now. So that should be fine. Hopefully everyone's had a good day. Alright, so 5-4 under the gun, get a fold, simple fold. Let's get straight into it. Thanks for the likes, thanks for subbing as well. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoy it. And yeah, sub away as well so we can keep playing along. Just going to check here. It's an interesting one. Now we got to check there. If we bet a flop, we would have probably outbet ourselves. All right, so we got a second. The 9 comes out. If I bet here, I'm hoping he's got 10s, but maybe he's got 8s. He's got kings, so I'm glad we actually checked behind. The reason is that the 2 9s come out as well. I didn't think we could get much value. We didn't actually lose much. We didn't actually lose much there either, so. Going to 4-bet aces. Hopefully he's just shove. Yeah, he's thinking about it. But yeah, I didn't want to outprice myself with flat dollar. He's probably got kings, queens this time. That's fine. We're happy with that. All right, pocket kings. But yeah, with Jack 10 suited, I didn't want to bet the flop. And I didn't want to bet the turn, even though we had extra equity as well to the hands. And plus, I didn't want to, oh, here we go. Oh, on the river, beautiful. And also, I didn't want to, outprice ourselves and have to force folding on turns as well when we pick up the equity. So if we bet there on the flop, even though we've got the second pair, that I didn't want to, have them to bet on the turn or raise us, and then we have to fold out a ton of equity, and then we never win if we fold. Got a gut shot with kings. Got a set, but how happy can we be? I mean, we still got to play pot control poker here. Okay, so if he's got a queen, he's happy, but an 8 also pays as well. I'm just going to pay it, but not 100%. All right, it's got an 8, but I think it was cheap enough. And someone could have 2 pair there, but never raising, that's for sure. So I think we've lost the minimum with the Jack 10 suited hand. With the set of kings, it's just one of those boards, isn't it? Where we could never be really happy. We almost found a fold there on the turn. Let me know if you guys would have actually folded there. I don't think, well, actually on the river, I mean. I'm going to flat 2, pocket 3s. Try and just set mine. But we're in the blinds. All right, perfect. Problem with this board is they've either got a, good thing is if they've got a jack. If they don't have a jack, then it's going to be hard to get any type of value. All right, I've got a straddler going on the bottom left-hand table, which is really annoying. This slows up the table. I think I got 2.5. Alright, we'll bet 1 big blind and see what happens. We've got a book, so we're not worried about the flush coming out. Hopefully he raises here. We've only bet 1. Okay, he just probably doesn't have much. Alright, gonna raise it with ace queen. We do have a gut shot, and we do have a flush draw as well. The whole point is we're trying to build the pot up because we've got drawing to the nuts, the essential nuts. But you got to realize that if we miss, we don't have anything either. All right, pocket aces, get a bet 10 here. Just try and go for a thin value bet. Do not want to get raised on. All right, folds. If you had a king or a queen or jacks or tens or something like that, I think you would call. Fours are folding. Would have got the flush on the river. So raising there's fine, even though sometimes we're not going to hit the draws. But also we've got a monster draw. Also checking this, sometimes it's fine. All right, fours are going to try and get in early. All right, it's going to fold, but pay attention to him. He's got a 7. Yeah, okay, it's fair enough. All right, we've got ace with a bad kicker, so we're going to go for trying to get to showdown. Got a good showdown value hand here. Okay, so the king now plays. Got 2 pair with the king kicker. Our 9 doesn't play, so okay, beautiful. Just made our hand much stronger once the board paired up. So happy to go for some value there. That was the whole plan anyway. It's going to check on a motorway pot with ace 10. I don't think it's really good to bet there. Probably going to check fold ace 10, especially in a multi-way pot. Okay, this is a way ahead, way behind scenario. If someone's got a queen, we're definitely in trouble. Got shot with king 10, going for a queen. We're going to bet it though because we don't want any draws coming out. We're actually got an okay hand if they don't have a queen. So if they got draws, we're charging them as well. 14 behind. Okay, so we can just bet small here and hopefully get called. He might even shove. I don't know if he's going to shove with the queen. We have to call. He might do it with a queen though. With an ace. It's fine. It's a split anyway, I think. Yeah. So pretty cheeky there. Unfortunate though, because I think we had a better kicker. Got a 3-bet king 10 suited. Go position, so why not take advantage? Just let the straddle play out. We don't need to bet too much. 8 big blinds. I think we'll call. We're still roughly 100 in. And then we'll see if we can try and hit a 5. We don't hit a 5. It's just easy folding. Yeah, and just don't get too sticky. If you bet like a third of a pot, I think we can call and go for the turn card. Even more so if there's an ace or a king on the board, especially when people just can't seem to fold an ace. And you should know this by if you play enough, especially at this level. How many times you try and bluff people and they turn up with a weak ace? They just don't fold it often enough. So that's why we make the call. All right, pocket fives in the small blind. Good to see the big blind didn't raise. All right, ace 9, just not going to be dominated there most of the time, so just going to get out of there. Fives, just probably going to check fold. Yeah, just get out of the way. There's no point playing that hand. New hand. All right, got pocket fours. Let's go. The whale. He's got the name right anyway. Well, he's got the icon right. All right, let's 3-bet king 9. We've got a blocker. Fours are going to go along. Ace 5. Don't close the deal down. The action down. We'll definitely hold that one. All right, got a 3-bet pocket queens. See if we can try and take it down. King 9. Just use position. Yeah, he's got the 9, but he's good there. All right, we'll bet again. Hopefully he folds this one, then we know where we're at. It's much harder. Just get a call. If he's in front, he's in front. All right, we'll cash out. It's fine. Okay, so we've got a second pair with a flush draw. Doesn't help the river. I don't think we can thin value bet this one unless he's got a 10. He's got pocket twos. Maybe we could bet like maybe one or two big blinds there. It is nitty gritty, but I think we can sometimes. All right, just not going to be betting there with ace five, especially full way in the pot. This guy's really playing aggressive, so it's a good sign. It means he's going to trap some people. We just got to make sure we don't trap ourselves in his hands as well. Okay, Jack 10 suited. We'll play this one. 9-10 offsuit, probably an open from the button. All right, we've got position here. I'm going to let it go. Oh, actually, we don't have position because of the straddle. Let's let it go. Um, let's call Jack 10. There's a big difference from... Oh, now we've got a gut shot, which is nice. Okay, let's see if he folds. Don't want to risk too much just in case he calls, which he does call. He should have a pocket pair. All right, he's got a king. I think it's definitely fine there, but we'll 3-bet 6-5. Maybe he should have folded pre-flop with a 3-bet. All right, 6-5's gone. All right, we'll flat ace-9. Right, this guy, no idea what he's going to do, but it's going to call here. Maybe he's got the king. Ooh, okay. Not going to cash out. If he hits, he hits. There's not much you can do there. Hold that one. Should have cashed out, I guess, but it doesn't matter. Ace 10 is going to go to the river. Ace 8. Okay, we got him. Okay, good start. Yeah, I guess we should have cashed out, but at 9%, you wouldn't think there's less chance of him hitting. I think it's fine not cashing out. All right, just calling a small 3-bet in position. There's no diamonds. Gonna let go. If there was a diamond on the board, then we got some backdoors. There's just no point chasing there. All right, raising with ace king suited from the button. And the straddle guy still straddling. No one's raising us for the ace king yet. All right, we'll 3-bet all around. We do have a gut shot. He's probably got a jam with 12. I don't think we can fold here. So we can't fold. We've got a gut shot. Hopefully aces and kings still play. So it's interesting he folds, but you can't really fold with that pot to ratio, even with the pocket pair. I think he's done a wrong fold there. Even with short stack, you pretty much just got to. You're in the hand. You pretty much just got to shove, especially calling a 3-bet. You can't play fit and fold in that scenario. You just got to go with it. That's the reason why we shoved there, even though we missed. We did have a gut shot, and hopefully aces and kings played as well. Fours is going to let go. Not playing trash. Jack 10, just not going to get stuck in the hand. All right, we'll open Jack 10 in the offsuit, in the button. All right, so we got short stacker here as well. It's a drawish board as well. So going to check here, and now we can try and go for some value. Okay, got one guy. Mediocre hand. I think we can bet here. Maybe he's got tens or something. 7-6. All right, that's fine as well. Perfect. So we could go for value, which we did. That's perfect. All right, we'll bet jacks like we've got flushes there. If he doesn't have a diamond, he's going to fold out a lot. It's one of those scenarios. Going to be, if he's got the king of diamonds, we're drawing pretty much dead there. Flat ace full. Hey, we've got some equity coming in on the turn, we'll call it. 3-bet sixes. Alright, we're just going to value bet the ace 4 here. Okay, he's not going to call. Alright, we're just going to jam here with aces. A funny scenario. It looks like it's going to go throw away all in, maybe. He's deciding though. The other thing we could have done was just call and just get him to shove the flop. And then sometimes you get a run overrun. Top pair with a flush draw with a massive draw. Alright, we're going to raise. Because we're not going to make the showdown that great. We're just trying to win it right here, right now. He's got 8. He might just have ace high. So we don't need a bluff. Oh, okay, queens. That's fine. Don't want a 5. We'll risk it though. Risk it for the biscuit at 4%. Nice. Can't be too scared. Just got a flat ace queen suited. Some people say should 3-bet there, but want to keep people's junk in. Alright, that was a nice hand. Cool. We'll defend. We got top pair. It's quite big. I mean, we could probably shove there on him, but yeah. Godson's been pretty crazy over there, so probably the best choice was to fold. Okay, so we've got an ace. Not sure what our opponent's got. Maybe a weaker ace. Maybe 2-pair, we'll see. We can't really slow play this because of the outs. Alright, so I've got a bet. We do have position, so hopefully call in and check to us. He's starting to get raised on. He could be playing tricky. Remember he 3-bet us pre-flop. I think he could still have us beat with a set of kings. Alright, just check there and yeah, it's a split. Just didn't think there was too much there. I mean, if he had ace jack, ace 10, we're losing value though. But we didn't want to be in a scenario where we bet there and then get shoved on or raised on. It's going to be such a tough spot. So we avoid that by just checking behind. That's why we bet the turn, just in case charges draws, and he had a draw, so probably didn't bet big enough for the draw. Port day 7. All right, so we got a gush. Oh, we've got a lot of we've got a backdoor flush, some straight equity coming on the turn. Hopefully, like a 9 of diamonds would be huge. But yeah, actually we missed it. But we still want a queen. So we've hit a little bit of equity, but it's nothing to be excited about. The ace could still play though. And yeah, if we bet there, he's calling. Ace 10, just gonna do a little discipline lay down there. We didn't have any of the same suits. We didn't have this. So we didn't have any diamonds there, and we were just way behind most scenarios. Even if we're in front there, but he's got, a diamond coming out. It's just going to be hard anyway for us. We're getting okay with 2 tables so far. Would have been a really good session if yeah, if we cashed out the other table, but we're not really that upset about it, are we? Yeah, things will come back. S3 is going to fold. King Jack going to fold that one as well. There's just no point. Could be rather be in position against these guys since they're going to be a little bit unpredictable. Really want to be on the right hand side of God's Hand. King Jack's a nice hand though, but alright, so we get Ace Queen. Definitely a 3-bet. Jack 10 could 3-bet there, but we'll fold that one. It's one of those scenarios where it's going to be pretty tough. Fold Ace Queen. It's here 4-bet there. He could have kings and aces. It's very often a regular there will have, you know, aces or kings, or at least ace king. So we'll be dominated there most times. So we fold the Ace Queen. It's only when you think your opponent's going to have like Ace Jack, Ace 10 that we can actually, you know, defend with Ace Queen. That's why Ace Queen offsuit doesn't really play well post flop. But you'll actually call with the suited because you know you can have at least good post flop equity coming out with some draws. So even if they've got the kings, you can still get your flush. Got Ace 10. The Sheik, what are you doing, mate? You're going to 3-bet? Yeah, we'll 3-bet. All right, got Ace King suited. Definitely going to 3-bet that one. It's the 64%. We'll have position. Folds. Go. We just got to make sure that we don't. We've got to make sure we keep with the same sizing, regardless if you've got aces or an ace 10. We need to make sure that, you know, we just don't want to make sure they put a note down saying that we bet one size for this and one size for that. We're deep stacked. I'm just going to flat ace king. Bloating the pot from out of position, I don't think is a great idea. And okay, still could have the best hand here with ace king, but we're out of position, so we're just gonna try and get to showdown. But unfortunately, not going to go showdown. Pretty cheap though. Try and steal with ace 3. We'll defend with the 7-6. Get a check raise with 7-6, only because we don't have great showdown value. Is he gonna bet or not? No, he's not. King Jack. Okay, he's missed. Got a set of 2s here. He says, let's go. Ace 4. Are we going to make it to the river? Oh, we've made it to the river. Don't think we could dash. I don't think we could thin value bet there with the 4. Gut shot with 6-5. 6-2. Amazing hand. I thought we lost that one for sure. Alright, we'll fold 6s there. Even though we got position. It's a little bit too high though. Really need to pay attention to the sizing. The higher the 3-bet, the more you should fold. Especially if you don't have a pocket pair as well. Ace Queen, gotta raise it up. Okay, if he doesn't have a queen, he folds most out. That's fine. Keep it simple. We got a gut shot with ace king, ace queen here. All right, we'll call. I like to see the ace there. There's a lot of draws coming out, so we need to raise quite big here. Make the money on the turn and then go check, check. And Jack now gets it straight, so if he pumps it, we've got to fold. 12 is cheap enough. We have a Jack there a lot though. He tried bluffing. Yeah, it was a very tricky hand. I mean, we just have to make sure we charge all the straights that come out. Right, so we've got an open ender. We could be way behind here, even though we've got overpair. Yeah, someone's got jacks, someone's got tens. They've all got sets. It's just not where you want to be in this hand. And plus, now someone's got an 8. It's got a straight. Let's just let it go. It seems pretty tight, but a multi-way pot as well. The only thing we really beat there, the bluff, and yeah, if he's got top pair there, he's potentially doing a bluff, and that's the only thing we do beat. But they're so likely going to have an 8 there, or if they didn't bet pre-flop. And ace king to go open, and do we make a bad call? Sometimes we can make a bad call. Open end of 7 and 6. Let's try and win this pot early. Nice. We've got a call. There's scenario here. Do we bluff? Let's bet it. We can't win showdown. Anyway, he's trying to bluff it. And sometimes missing your draws on a scare card can definitely help with the bluff. All right, pocket aces. Ace 2. Got some good turn cards though. Another diamond would be nice. Okay, let's just rep those. The ace. All right, get a free card. All right, let's get a check here. Try and trap. We'll raise it up. No, we could be losing here too, but he's got like ace king, ace queen. He's not going anywhere. So we're trying to build the pot up, but unfortunately he didn't have anything there of value. Ace high. Nice. Couldn't really bet there for thin value, I guess. No one was calling. Nines. Would probably raise there with nines. I think we can snap call whatever bet he does here. We could also thin value bet. Yeah, thin value bet. All right, nines will call 2.5. All right, he folds. Small bet. I thought maybe sevens might call, maybe fives. Still another small bet. Hit the river. Okay, so he's missed everything. Our best chance was him to bluff anyway. All right, kings. 8 sevens. All right, I'm going to fold threes even though it's probably profitable there. We can probably check the turn and induce a bluff if he checks there. I mean, if you check here and if he calls the flop, our bet on the flop, we could check the turn, and then if he bets, we could probably shove him and try and trap queens, jacks, and tens, or even nines as well. Anything that's not a set, obviously. All right, let's raise. Being a little bit cheeky with ace 3. Take it. 10's gone. Four's gone as well. Another good session so far, apart from obviously getting a bad beat, but that's not a bad thing because then we get the chips for the daily flip out, which can be more profitable than any of these games. Anyway, you can get like, but at the moment they got a daily scoop reward. I think it's like $12 plus the scoop. So that'll be a tournament we'll have to play. I'd rather take the 30 or $40 rather than play the tournament scoop, but because those tournaments might be on at a bad time for us. It's gonna fold. Seems pretty tight though, doesn't it? With that the ace, but you just don't know how tight that player is in the small blind. They could be playing just premium pocket pairs. We could be easily dominated, especially someone that knows how to play the proper ranges from the small blind. King 5. We are deep stacked. Gotta be a little bit careful deep stacked as well because you don't want to, get dominated. Who's all in? Tempting. Not really. Hopefully they go all in now for 300. That'd be nice. Raise up with aces. Where was that last hand? That would have been really good. Some of them only do that when they've got aces. Because they don't know how to play post flop, so they do it just shove in pre-flop. Usually it's a short stack strategy. It's not normally someone's got 250 big blinds. Unless they've got like pocket twos. I don't know. Alright, we've got to try to go for 10 here. Alright, we'll get a free card. Alright, pocket tens. Alright, expecting to see a jack or an ace there most of the time. Didn't three bet us, but I think he's at least got an ace. I think we can defend a7. Ace queen's folding. Oh, maybe we should have called. Alright, we'll defend a7. See what happens. Just trying to win it there with king 10, but the only way you could win there was probably hitting with a king. But even now, would be drawing dead. If they got a spade, nothing worse than seeing a three of spades in their hand and winning the pot. Right, easy fold. Just against a rebet out of position. Don't need to do anything silly. All right, we got aces. Pocket twos. Oh, what's the 66 big blind going to do? No, everyone's gone. All right, we'll flat. This guy's quite tight, it looks like. Only 27 hands. 2 overcards. Okay, we can bet this one. We have top pair with the flush, nut flush. Even if he calls. Unless he had a jack there, we lost. Alright, king queen just fold. Not going anywhere, those 9. We still got a 7 as well that could play. Alright, just gonna jam it. Could have a king of spades. Queen of spades. It's unlucky for him. Good hand for us though. Beautiful. Sometimes you get frustrated. I mean, it takes a lot of discipline, especially when you flop it, or especially when you flop the flush, and then you see the four, and you've only got a small flush, and then you can tell that the four card flush comes out. It's like, oh no. And then some people just stubborn, just don't want to admit defeat. Where some of those moves, folding in those spots can really save you money. All right, we've got jacks in the blinds. We'll just flat. We won't bloat it. We'll try and set mine. You can raise there as well. Raising there's fine. A lot of times I'll actually raise there. We could have the best hand here a lot though. If everyone checks here, we've definitely got the best hand, I believe. Don't think anyone's going to be trying to bluff us too much. Jack's on the wrong table. I'll check here. I don't know if it's okay, well, small bet. See what happens. Might call with ace queen, ace king. So I'd say he's got like an ace king, ace queen. Ace probably good here. Another 5. Close. And ace jack, ace jack. Go. Was thinking about squeezing, but no. Queen jack. Look at this guy, 3% of hands. Can't really judge it. Alright, pocket aces. Just checking behind. Don't want to value ourselves. That's why you have position. Take the free cards when you can. Yeah, unfortunately it didn't hit. And everyone folded with the jacks. Well, we had aces, sorry. Sometimes raising there with the jacks at a position is a good strategy as well, because you'll get more money pre-flop if it holds up. And we're in the small blind with jack. Against the later position, we're more likely to be quite a lot stronger. So we'll definitely raise now. Not what we want to see, but we'll play it like we've got a king or a queen. We're going to flat here. Try and keep the weaker player in. If we raise him, he's going to probably fold a lot of cards. And hopefully he's got 2 spades. All right, so we'll get a call, probably whatever he's going to throw in. You do have position. All right, the trap is set. They could still have a book. Even bad players get good hands. Check behind. Make sure everyone feels quite safe here. All right, so we made everyone feel safe. But we're definitely raising this. He feels safe. We've under wrapped. If he's got a set, he's got a set like a book. Perfect. Made our money there. So we got an ace. We're going to check that one. I like to see a king on the river. All right, we'll just bet small. He's saying he's got a 10. I don't know if you should fold though. Not sure if he should fold that. He's going to get stung though. Eventually, if he's bluffing that spot, which is probably rare, but people will do it, that eventually it'll catch up with him and someone will call him. I'm going to bet here because we don't have any showdown value. Alright, so he's probably a queen or a jack. He's not going anywhere. But we're hoping he either fold on the turn or we hit our diamond. So essentially we can get folds, and then also if he calls them, we've also got the build up the pot as well. Playing a 7. Hopefully he's got pocket 3s or something. He's got the king. I didn't expect to win that one. But we made the showdown very cheap. Alright, ace-9 suited. Lean open from the cutoff. Alright, did 3-bet as pre-flop. Should end up winning this one on the flop. Ace king. Sometimes they do hit a set if they're playing fit and fold. But they're not always going to fold there. It's just more likely they're going to find a fold. And how often does he play? Oh, okay. I think we can flat. This guy's pretty pretty tight with his raises. He plays a lot of hands, but he's tight with his raises. Okay, we've still got drawing. We're going for a 10 or a spade. I'm going to check here. He's probably got a queen or a jack. 7. So it wasn't the worst call in the world. Means that we should have probably 4-bet though. But it's good to know. We'll green him up, make him sure he's safe. Yeah, should have really 4-bet pre-flop. Alright, 2s against 2 interesting players. Alright, we'll flat ace-jack suited for the same reason we did in the other table where we won. Very cheap. I'm going to call 2s. I don't think we can chase anymore. Alright. We've got an ace. We'll snap it off. Cahoots team, he actually played pretty well. He value bet us too. So we'll raid that guy, make sure got a straight. Check 9. Ace Jack also is the better hands as well. We'll call. Actually, we're gonna raise it a little bit. You could have 2 pair easy. Alright, king. It's perfect. That was a live wire. I'm just gonna call it. See what happens. Hopefully he slows down. Alright, nice. Okay, he's a live wire. Open up Queen Jack. King Queen, just not gonna open up there in the blinds. Better. Oh, I got trips. We'll value the trips. You might call it an ace or a king. Yeah, ace, beautiful. All right, nice. All right, we'll play aggressive with 9-7. We can do with some folds. All right, nice. And then sometimes, we didn't hit the flush. All right, steal it with ace 2, perfect. All right, flat with ace 5. Yeah, it's not great. All right, we'll bet this one, try and get a fold. Ace might play, but I don't think so. Also, we had a gut shot too. What was it gone? All right. So anyway, guys, I think we're going to call it there. It's going to be a short session. I think we're going to be doing okay. So let's global it down and we will see how we're going. All right. So we're at 63 essentially. All right, guys, that was a good session. $5. So that's pretty good. Plus, we got the we had that bad beat as well, which we could have won even more. We could have been closer to 65. Also, it seems like going to the regular tables, we're still winning Zoom, but we're also winning at the regular tables as well. So thank you for the advice there. So I think we'll stick to the regular tables as well. It's a good mixture. I mean, when the regular tables are pretty quiet, we can also play on, it keeps us busy with the Zoom as well. So it keeps me a little bit more disciplined and, a little bit more, what do you call it? Patient, waiting for decent hands anyway, because we're playing quite tight. We're not playing loose. But yeah, we've had some really good hands there. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also need to do probably the spinning gold, probably on the next session as well. Okay, see you guys. Thank you. Bye.